Hello, hi, welcome to this Q&A with Eugen Gebelau, the director of Poppy Field, one of the 12 films that we have in official selection at Torino Film Festival. I'm Sofia Nadalini. I'm a member of a selection committee of the TFF, and I have the pleasure, I'm thrilled to have here the director, Eugen Gebelau. Welcome, and thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you for the invitation, and I'm glad to be part of your festival.
But your surname is Gebeleanu. Sorry.
Gebeleanu, yes.
Gebeleanu. Okay. First of all, Eugen, I want to ask you, why did you choose to start your career in cinema? Because I know that you are a theater director with this kind of work, and do you think that the cinematic medium is more suitable to tell this kind of story?
Yes, so for me it was a kind of coincidence, all this project, even if I wanted to start to work in cinema, but I didn't knew that it will happen so fast. And I was very impressed to have a phone call one day from my producer, Velvet Moraru, that proposed me to read the scenario that was written by Ioana Moraru. And I told her that I was doing any cinema before, even short movie. So yeah, I have actually a lot of experience in theater as a director and as an actor, and this proposition of Velvet was for me very good one, because I have read the scenario and I was really impressed by the quality of this scenario and of the story, because it's telling the story of this young gendarme, gay in Romania nowadays, and I know how difficult it's actually for young homosexuals to live in Romania because of homophobic society, and mostly for him, for this character that is a gendarme, and in this group it's even more difficult to have an open identity, sexual identity. And for me it was very proper, how to say, it was the best way to tell this story in cinema, because it's the story of this man in 24 hours. So it's showing one day of his life, and somehow I think theater wouldn't have the same possibilities to tell this story, because it's much more concentrated by a conflict, by dramatic conflict, by something that it's very big, let's say, in emotions. And our movie, it's more about what's happening inside this character. How does he feel? What does he think? How is his own inner monologue in all these 24 hours that's passing from fear to violence? So for me, the way that the cinema, the power that the cinema has to be so close with the actor, and to be like a witness of all these events, it's much more close to what this story wanted to say.
Yes, in your film there are a lot of close-ups, beautiful close-ups, with a lot of suffer, and then I want to ask you, I know that you have worked with a very important cinematographer. I can't remember his name now.
Marius Panduru.
Marius Panduru, who literally gives light to many of the last Romanian contemporary films. So why how did you met him? How did you work with him? And why did you choose? Why did you choose to shot the film in 16 millimeters?
Yes, it was a big pleasure for me to work with Marius because it's a very good artist. Firstly, for me, Marius, it's one of the most important meetings, how to say, that I have had in my career until now. And it was a very good dialogue that we have had from the very beginning. I have never felt, how to say, in fear of working with Marius, even if he has a big career behind him. And I have felt all the time that he was really open to know all the ideas that I have for this movie and how I wanted to be shown on image. And so together we have worked a lot before we have before the shooting, and the choice of this 16 millimeters, it was somehow organic. It came organically because it was for us, for both of us, the way of showing the image the most close to what we wanted. We wanted something that it's giving the impression of characters that are somehow painted in image, and also it gives this 16 millimeters film, it gives other colors, other kind of darkness, other kind of quality of the image, and you have also the impression to be so close to the actor. So for me, sometimes in these close-ups that we wanted, it was really like I can touch the face of Christy, of the character. So he presented me all the ways that we can make for the image, and so together we decided that this is the best for what we wanted. And yeah, it was a very beautiful collaboration with Marius, and I'm sure and I hope, I know that he wants and I want to work together with him again, and I still want to make cinema with this big artist that is Marius Pandolo.
Yes, it was really beautiful, it really is. And one last question about the title. I know that the original title of the script, the theatrical script, was in Romanian "Inauntru,"
Yes.
that in English is "inside."
Yes.
But why did you change in Poppy Field? Because I mean, the red chairs in the theater can be associated to the image to a poppy field, but there is another reason.
Yeah, well, it came like this because Ioana and I, we have thought since long time ago about this title, and do we keep inside or do we change it? And both of us, we wanted to change the title because it was for us somehow maybe too direct. Of course, it's happening everything inside this cinema, most of the action of the film, but we wanted to find something maybe more poetical to tell this story, and Poppyfield, it was something that came when we were shooting, and I have seen these chairs, yes, in the cinema, and one day when we did one sequence there, and I have told to Marius that look, it looks like we have a poppy field on the screen, and Christy in the middle of this poppy field, and this image has stayed in my mind. And then I have talked with Ioana too, and I was doing, in fact, the post-production of the movie, and so we were thinking about few titles, and this one was the one that was the best for both of us, because of course, firstly, it's because of this image. Secondly, after, it's because of this flower, that it's a poppy, and it's something somehow vulnerable, because once you take it off from the ground, it's dying, and it's also in the same time so powerful because it's in all this fragility, all this vulnerability. It's something that it's very strength that can come out from the ground like this, and very beautiful, and this red color, and also very nice on this 16 millimeters film. When I have talked with the editor of the film, Cătălin Cristuțiu, and we were working on editing the film, and he said that the image of the film makes him think at paintings of Monet, and well, it was somehow everything that make a good puzzle for choosing this title, and so it's somehow also a reference maybe at the images of Impressionism, and well, I think it's saying something about these people in danger, these minorities in this field of our world and our society.
Okay, thank you, Eugen.
Thank you.
I really hope to meet you in person one day.
Me too.
Maybe next year.
Yes, me too. I hope so.
And thank you for your for joining us and for your beautiful film. And I can say mult noroc pe viitor.
Thank you. Mulțumesc.
So, good luck for your career.
Mulțumesc. Thank you very much.
Thank you.